get everybody in here and get me a satellite. And make sure you get Peter over to the village. And most importantly, get Jim McKay in here. He's going on the air in 45 minutes. Marty Colho, this is Rune Arledge.
Jeff, how's your day off? In the sauna, huh?
We don't have time for a conference call to explain all this. Marty, just put everybody on speaker so they can hear it.
Something's going on at the Olympic Village. You're going on the air in 45 minutes.
Jim McKay is going to be my anchor. Jennings will be at the village. What do you mean from where you sit, Marty? You're sitting in New York.
Peter's on the second floor balcony of the Italian athletes' quarters. It's directly across from the building where the Arabs are holding the Israeli team hostage. He sees a body lying in the pool of blood just outside the room where the hostages are being held.
Yes, I produce sports. And yes, I realize Peter Jennings is ABC's Mideast news correspondent and that he requested the position. That makes me think he likes to be where the action is, which makes me almost certain he wouldn't want to give up his on-site vantage point to sit in an anchor chair. Yes, Jim McKay has done hard news. He used to be a crime reporter. He was an anchor in Baltimore before he came to us. Look, I'm using him.
Here I am. What's going on?
Peter, Jim opens, then we go to you. What? The phone cord in Peter's room won't reach out to the balcony. He'll be on a walkie-talkie. His engineer is trying to jerry-rig a patch to get the signal to the control room.
Not exactly state-of-the-art. Jim, we're coming to you in 30.
Peter thinks these guys are a group called Black September. They're demanding the release of 234 Palestinian prisoners being held in Israeli jails. Jim's got the list of the hostages from the Israeli team.
David Berger. He's an American, a weightlifter. Immigrated to Israel last year. And I'm the guy that's going to tell his parents whether he lives or dies.
2, 1.
Good afternoon. I'm Jim McKay reporting live from ABC headquarters just outside the Olympic Village here in Munich, West Germany.
Are we good with the patch?
Peter, are we good to go? He says we'll know when we try it.
The piece of what had been called the Serene Olympics was shattered around 5 this morning when Arab terrorists armed with submachine guns, faces blackened, some dressed as athletes and groundskeepers, climbed the fence, went to the headquarters of the Israeli team and killed one man, a coach, Mashi Weinberg, 2 shots to the head, 1 to the stomach. The terrorists demanded the release of 234 Palestinians being held prisoner in Israeli jails by 10 a.m. this morning. If all 234 Palestinians were not released by that time, they said they will kill 1 hostage every hour until their demands are met. That deadline has passed. All gates into the village have been closed. Yet the Olympic Committee says the games will continue.
Jim, close out, go to Peter.
Peter Jennings is inside the village. Let's go to Peter now.
Jim, I am almost directly across from the Israeli building. It will be a famous number before long. Building 31. It's on Connollystrasse.
Deadlines have been set and reset throughout the day. We're now 1 minute past the 5 p.m. deadline. Latest reports say that 1 other Israeli athlete might be dead. German police have said they will storm the building if a deal is not reached by the most recent report. It's a very strange atmosphere.
Peter sees 25 to 30 guys, Munich police dressed in tracksuits. They're on the roof of the building.
While all this is going on, about 200 yards from building 31, there's a man-made pond with a little dock. Some athletes are out lying on the dock taking sun.
Rune, they're armed with Kalashnikov assault rifles and they're taking up positions.
Jim, to Peter in 5, 4.
For more, we're going to Peter Jennings. Peter?
It's clear that things are very tense now, Jim. The commando standing guard at the door of the hostages are in is pacing back and forth, much more apprehensive than he was before. It's as if they know something is imminent.
Bruno Arledge from Marty Cole.
Camera! Turn camera offensive!
Who the hell are you?
You're watching the feed, right?
The camera tower, off now.
You want to put a station break now? You hell no!
Shit. The feed from our tower camera. If there's a TV in the terrace room, they can see the police on the roof.
9:25 in the evening here in Munich. Some 9 hours into this very tense and nerve-wracking ordeal. The Germans have finally agreed to transport the Arabs and hostages via 2 helicopters that are on a helipad in the back of the Olympic Village to Fürstenfeldbruck, a military airport outside Munich. There they will board a 727 and be flown to an undisclosed Arab country.
Jim, Jeff Easton's got a guy on the ground by the gates at Fürstenfeldbruck. The police won't let him get any closer. He says it all looks military, like sniper outfits. There's 3 up on top of the terminal and 3 down on the tarmac. Go to Peter.
We're going to Peter Jennings now. Peter, what can you report?
Yes, Jim. I'm down in the parking structure underneath the Olympic Village. About 10 minutes ago,
4.
we counted 11 terrorists with automatic weapons loading the hostages onto a bus, and the bus left.
Thank you, Peter. We are now confirming that both helicopters, one carrying some terrorists and 5 hostages, the other carrying the remaining terrorists and hostages, have taken off and are on their way to the airport at Fürstenfeldbruck. It's 4:45 a.m., some 16 hours since we first started reporting.
Bruno Arledge from Marty Cole.
Originally, we were told the hostages were safe. Now, we're being told that that information was far too optimistic.
You're taking us off the air in 5 minutes? You do realize this is happening in Munich, Germany, don't you?
The latest from the airport is that all hell has broken loose. We've got reports of explosions and a burning helicopter.
Hans, Jeff Mason here. I know you know what's going on out there. You can't tell me? Hans, we've got a guy out there telling us about explosions, gunfire, and a burning helicopter, and your guy's out there reporting the hostages have been rescued.
Dachau's 15 miles from here. 2 of the Israeli coaches were kids as prisoners there. And you're telling me that the ABC affiliates think their 11 p.m. news hour is some sort of sacred cow?
Hans, New York is taking us off the air in 3 minutes. The hostages, are they alive or dead? All of them?
Jim?
When I was a kid, my father used to say our greatest hopes and our worst fears are seldom realized. Our worst fears have been realized tonight. We've just gotten the final word. There were 11 hostages. 2 were killed in their rooms yesterday morning. 9 were killed at the airport tonight. They're all gone.